I think people are approaching it in different ways. And the fact that we're seeing disjointed approaches to it is actually creating another level of complexity. I think there needs to be a consensus on what good looks like. And in our world, in my view, good looks like what we call authoritative sources of information, meaning government agencies that are passport offices, identity card agencies, driving licenses, any place that essentially creates an official form of something that declares who you are, that you rely on in order to prove I am me. That needs to be made more usable, in my view, by governments, and rather than just it being boxed off for government's purposes, so that the commercial world can use it, because we use passports everywhere. It's essentially a travel document, but we use it, for opening bank accounts. We use it for checking into hotels, for renting cars, for a whole variety of purposes, because it is essentially the functional document that many people rely on in order to prove who they are. So why don't we have a digital passport? Why could we not have a digital passport? Why does the government not create a passport that I can readily reuse in a digital form? Surely it's not that hard. All of the data is digital to begin with. It's about putting it into a package and being able to sign that so that you can prove that it came from the right source, and then allowing people to consume it. That does not seem that hard to me. And I think what would happen is that if you got, a handful of countries that came together that said, we're going to lead an initiative here that's going to get this started, then it would take hold and gradually everybody else would come to the party. I describe this as the empty swimming pool syndrome. When people see an empty swimming pool, the first reaction they have is fear. Why is there no one in the pool? There must be something wrong with the pool. Who peed in the pool? But when there's a few people in the pool, that's gone. Just immediately de-risks the whole thing for everybody else. And the natural tendency is, I want to get in. I want to join the crowd. So what we need is a few brave early adopters to get this underway. And, I think you could easily see these countries coming from Asia because they have a fairly novel approach to, building an economy, getting financial services, for example, rolled out through their economies. So I would love to see this start with authoritative sources of information and build outwards from that point. And that means governments becoming a little bit more brave, might be the right word, when it comes to creating services that everybody can use rather than just governments.